Hello, Liz. Welcome to the IFA podcast, Viva la IFA. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking, and thanks for having me.
How is it going at IFA Next?
It's been a very interesting experience for us. It's quite a variety of people in the audience and visitors, and so yeah, it's been interesting for sure and good.
So for the people who don't know you, can you maybe start by introducing yourself and what you do?
Liz Steininger from Least Authority. We perform security audits and do security consulting, and we also build privacy-enhancing technologies, which I'm happy to talk more about.
Okay, let's dive in. This year's IFA-Motto is Innovation for All, while Least Authority stands for Security and Privacy for All, correct?
Yes.
How do you see these two concepts intersecting in today's digital world?
It's a great question, and I think first I want to talk about how it's interesting that we both use this idea of for all. Mm-hmm. That advancements in technology really always start with just a few people who recognize what's coming in the future, and then they're driven to really find a way to bring it to others. And so that's how I kind of see this for all concept, which is how do we as leaders in technology bring it to other people? And so I think innovation, of course, is an amazing thing to bring to everybody. We must. But to get a little bit more specific in the security and privacy for all, I don't think I need to explain to like a European audience about how much privacy matters and how it's a human right. We've had GDPR for like a decade now, but we still don't really have privacy for all in our technology. Most of the privacy that we've got is more focused on like privacy by policy as opposed to privacy by design. And we are really looking at the angle of privacy by design, which I'm also happy to talk more about too. And in terms of security, really security is necessary for privacy. And security is necessary for other things that we need to, like the reliability of our systems and also integrity of our data and the confidentiality, et cetera. So the security for all is really a fundamental requirement too.
And how do you secure solutions like those offered by Least Authority empower people to use the internet and connected technology more freely and confidently?
Yeah, so the biggest thing with privacy, especially privacy for all, is giving people the ability to choose what they share, to consent to what is being done with their personal data. And security by design is also something that we need to focus on in order to empower people to have this ability to make their choices. And with the privacy, to be able to explain to them what choices they're making and have them be fully aware. We also have to consider things like what are the default choices for people so that if they don't want to spend a lot of time reading about how things work, hopefully they don't need to. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we have good usability, but in the case that they want to just kind of go through it and not worry, that we also need to be cognizant of what it is that we're doing by default with our privacy and security.
What are some of the biggest challenges individuals and companies face when it comes to safeguarding their data and securing digital interactions?
Yeah, so with individuals, what we are seeing is that one of the fundamental challenges is just understanding what they're being told about their security and their privacy. So, there's a lot of advertising, especially around, it's private, but what does that mean to you as an individual? Mm-hmm. Does that mean that you maybe have a choice for them to delete your data, or does it mean that they're not collecting the data in the first place? And there's privacy policies that you can read, but it really, it just takes a lot of energy and attention. And so how can we have some more understandable norms for people to quickly identify what kind of level of privacy am I getting from this tool? And similarly with the security, you also see a lot about like, it's secure, but what does that mean? Is it secure from the company looking at what your data is? Is it secure from external hackers? What is your threat model? What's the attacks that you're concerned about? And then how does that map to the security that's being offered to you? So explaining these things to people is very, very challenging. It's really great that people identify that they need privacy and security, but now we have to help them understand the nuances.
And in your view, how crucial is a general data protection regulation in shaping the future of online privacy and security? And how does Least Authority help companies comply with these regulations?
Yeah, so regulations are really one piece of the puzzle. We can't fully rely on regulations. Like I was talking earlier, I mentioned privacy and security by design, that we also want to be able to rely on the technology to be empowering us, not just the regulation and people abiding by it. So in order to help this, we also build technology that supports things like data minimization. And so that is almost working around the GDPR or working in alignment with it in a different way than, just making sure that we adhere to the GDPR by policies. So when we work with businesses who are providing technology, we try to help them understand what it is they're doing with the data management in the system so that they can align themselves not just through business process, but through the technology that they build. So we kind of see GDPR on these different levels. It's not just about compliance by policy, but also compliance by design.
What opportunities do you see for innovation in the field of digital security, especially as more people become aware of the importance of privacy online?
Oh, yeah. This is where I get really excited. I mean, there's some really amazing new cryptographic techniques and also security models. And it's even hard for me to say they're new. They're new to most people, but they're not new to some subsets of people who have been working on these for years. But thanks to the advancements in technology and also people's, advancements with the entire community around security and the respect for privacy, et cetera, these new cryptographic techniques are now getting unblocked, and now they're being developed and optimized, and to a point that they can be used in production systems. And so what we're seeing happening in these little niches in the tech space, especially in the kind of security by design, privacy by design space, is that we're seeing these new cryptographic techniques being implemented in systems. And they are really going to fundamentally shift the paradigm for how we interact with our technology. So, it's been really interesting to see people kind of come to realize that they need more security and that they need more privacy. But, they kind of feel a bit hopeless that the current systems just, okay, they're going to, delete my data if I ask them to. Or they're not going to share it here, but you feel a little bit trapped. And so we need new technology and new paradigms to be able to give people new options in how they work with the system. So the cryptographic stuff is super exciting, and I'm happy to go into more detail if that's useful. But yeah, advanced cryptography like zero knowledge proofs, fully homomorphic encryption, secure multi-party computation, these are amazing technologies, and I'm excited to see them being implemented now.
And now, Liz, I have one last question for you. So looking ahead, what are your goals for Least Authority in the coming years, especially in terms of expanding the reach of secure and private digital solutions?
Yeah, so to get to for all, we need to join forces, basically. We are a pretty small company, and we need to work with others. Collaboration has been a huge part of our history, and I see that being really the main part of our future too. That we're really looking to join forces with other organizations who share our mission, who want to help bring privacy and security for all out there. We want to build partnerships, bring our services to more and our products to more people. So we're really just looking to collaborate with people who share this passion.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Liz, and enjoy the rest of IFA.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.